Stand for Peace show where we're having a good time, and we're going to have an even better time because we're going to learn something about how to get involved in politics. But also we're going to learn from Dr. Hall-Sham, Vice Chair, Washtenaw County Democratic Party Outreach Community Engagement Officer, how you and what you can do to be more proactive. But also we have here Justin Harper, who has an academy, and it's called CLR. It takes youth from 5 to 18, and also it has a holistic approach to the entire person and being. Here's the flyer, and maybe in our credits we'll be able to show you where you can contact them, but just in case you miss it and you don't want to pause, I'm going to tell you it's www.clracademy.org. And he also runs the Young Dems, of which Dr. Hall, let's get that right, Dr. Sham will tell you how this young man right here, Justin, don't be nervous.
No, yeah, that's me. I'm good.
how he's making a difference in your community. So Justin, tell us again about CLR and what it is that you do for the community at large.
So CLR stands for Community Leadership Revolution. We use sports to go ahead and bring youth in to teach about problem solving, life skills, nutrition, social emotional learning, mindfulness, and whatever else is good for the community. We go to areas and we go to the areas that might not necessarily have as many resources as others, and we provide our program for free. It's important for us that we're impacting the youth. The people that I started this with have a heart for children, and that's why we decided to go into this together, and it's been going well.
Okay, I like that. It sounds like you treat the whole being, the whole person, and along with that, it sounds like you treat the entire family when you do the CLR program. I see that here you have elders 50 plus. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So this is something that is new that we just started. So what we're doing with the elders, with the youth, is the collaboration of using their wisdom and guidance to go ahead and pour into the youth as well, and also them doing the same for us. Last week we talked about ways to cope with stress. Because sometimes we kind of just look at it like, hey, adult world, they're just having stress. Well, kids go through it too.
Exactly.
And so we're thinking about different coping mechanisms we can use to go ahead and deal with that. And it was great to kind of like be reminded even from the kids, like good strategies to use. The kids was like deep breathing. As an adult, sometimes I don't even think about just taking deep breaths, but those are some of the fundamentals that we can use as adults. Of course, the adults were able to give the wisdom and give experience, and that was really reflective for the kids to listen to. And so it's just nurturing for both.
Okay. Now, so I want to switch over to Dr. Hall-Sham. For the Democratic Party, I know that you have a location on Michigan Avenue, and that also that you have a collection of things that are offered through that service, but how can we get the children more engaged, and where, just like Justin said, sometimes from their perspective, they can tell us some things on how they would like to interact. What can you add to the fact that that they can connect with their city leaders and county commission leaders and others in the area so that they could get results that they want to see?
Well, as you said, it's education. Reach out. I am a part of, I'm one of the vice chairs for outreach and community engagement. And whatever level you feel comfortable with, that's the level that we want you to come in and find out about. And one of the things is that whole holistic approach is that politics is a part of your life, it's a part of civics. And if whether you're learning it in school, but learn what impacts you and who impacts you, and what choice that you have in picking those people. If it's from your mayor, your precinct delegate, your president, your governor, all of those things, and your school board. Especially if you're a young person, you need to know who's on your school board. Ask them the questions that, how many books am I going to have? What's going to be the budget for per pupil budget? How are our teachers selected and kept in the schools? So those are some of the educational or civic engagement pieces that we can provide. And then we provide access to young men such as Justin here, that if you don't feel comfortable talking to me, an elder, then you have someone that's age appropriate, what you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable talking in person, go online, the Washtenaw County Democratic Party, and it will come up and you'll have the menu as you want to engage that way. So we provide, try to provide many ways to get the information and to engage you at your comfort level.
So now, do you all, if say an organization was doing a function and they want, just like I have this tag on that says ready to vote. I'm not sure that all states or wherever you are, when you see this video, go to your local government and find out whether or not they have something like this that you can scan from your telephone. I found this to be a great tool so that I could do a search. Where can we get these, Mary, if we want to pass them out at our events?
If you, that particular one, I'll have to research it because that's not something that we pass out at the office, but I can do some research to tell you where. And the other thing, when you held up the Washtenaw County Clerk's office, the directory, I can also, I think we have copies in here. You can come by our office and get those. You can go by the clerk's office, your mayor's office to find out about who your elected officials are and how to contact them.
And so with that, I want to ask if you could put it up to the camera, you all might not be able to see it clearly, but she might be able to read the title to you so that you can understand what this is and so that you can be able to find it.
It's called the Washtenaw County Directory 2023 through 2024. And it's Lawrence Kesterbaum is the Washtenaw County Clerk, and so it's in their office, and this is a free pamphlet that you can find out who your elected officials are and how to contact them. Coming in late August, early September, we will have online and hard copies of what we call the voter guide. And the voter guide goes by different townships, precincts, giving you that information that Karen, you were talking about when you go to the poll. Who are my choices to vote? If you want to vote party, you can vote straight tickets, and that means you can't mix the
the Republican person with the Democratic person. Thank you for the explanation.
Still go ahead, I got you.
Oh, okay. And so you can vote a straight ticket, but also we want to make sure that you vote the nonpartisan section, and that's where we come in.
People do get confused, Mary. I'm so glad you said that, because sometimes when they will vote that ticket, they'll say, "Oh, I can't vote over there because my ballot will be thrown away." Tell us about that.
And that's the part that we provide additional information. And so with the voter guide, you can go in and you can see who's been endorsed by our organization, what their qualifications are, and also the proposals, because that's and one of the most important aspects of this community or civic engagement, the judges. These are the people that impact your future, if it's with the criminal justice system or the Justice Department. Like I said, with Ellie Savitt, come in and talk to him. Talk to Victoria Burton Harris.
And they're very approachable.
They are very approachable, but also what kind of programs they offer. This information will also be, because he's up for re-election this year. So that information is there, and it'll also give you on our website when we're having in-person meetings and also meetings by Zoom. And so if you don't feel comfortable coming into a meeting and talking and asking those questions, you can be on Zoom and ask those questions to the candidates. And we really appreciate that personal touch, relationship building, and the things that we do. We have a lot of different programs we promote, and sustain our local businesses, and that's all over Washtenaw County. So lots of information, lots of ways to get involved, lots of ways where you feel comfortable. If you want to be a candidate, we have that information. We can provide training from people, and then we can also provide some very fun activities.
Okay.
For example, with the Park Ridge Community Engagement Days, we'll have little Jeopardy games at our booths for the children or for the adults, also to learn about what's going on in your world and to make it fun, because that's the other thing, and learn how to be a good community member, as well as a good sports person. Learn those. In other words, don't act like a lot of the politicians you may see that yell at each other, but let's be civil, let's give the other team a chance, and let's learn how to work together, because it's consensus that builds that you need to provide services. And that's the one thing. Government provides services that we can't provide individually, from your drinking water to the air quality to how you get resources for heating or cooling stations in the summertime, to heating in the winter. And so those are all kinds of information that we can provide. A lot of times your political leaders will also have, they can use our office. And so if you need a place to come and that's easily accessible, then tell them to meet you there and get the information. Or if you have a concern or a problem that's going on in your neighborhood, that would be another way to connect and to make sure that your voice is heard.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I know they have coffee with a cop. Senator Irwin has his coffee with his citizens and has it online or sometimes on Zoom. And so I find that is a very great way to connect. And he's very, very responsive and very, very open. And I appreciate that. So how do you like helping out with the young Dems?
I love it. It's given me a lot of great experience. You know, I still feel like I'm relatively new, but it gives me a broad sense of things that are happening in our community. It also allows me to go ahead and see how I can navigate within policies and systems to help in areas that I would like to help in.
Okay, I think that's fascinating, and I thank I thank you both for coming. I thank you both for giving us a deeper understanding of how that we can engage and how and what it is we need to do to self-educate ourselves so that we can be better citizens for tomorrow, and also better representatives of what we should have as integrity and sportsmanship and being able to be fair to others. I really appreciate that, and we just need more of us around so that we can spread that kind of love around, so we'll have better citizens for tomorrow and for our future. And this is K-Man for Peace, and I thank you all for listening. And in your local area, the same thing you heard here today, you can find that where you live. We appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.